Hey everyone, Gypsy Graham with the rcgroups.com. It's all about the pronunciation. I'm back with more Joe Nall news. I've tried to get it all. What's going to happen is all of a sudden, all this news is going to drop, like what I'm about to bring you. And then in a matter of days, it'll all be over. So it's almost like live. Well, it is live. And I want to make sure I get it all out to you. Today, we're going to talk about the Horizon electric booth on the electric line. It's not really a booth, it's more of a hangar. And the fine folks at Hitec, who I was able to give this shirt away with, I designed it. Hitec paid for it. Bang! This logo was bigger than I really thought. Son of a superhero situation going on there. It says Nall at the bottom. But they visit the booth and do an interview. And this is something I traditionally do. I was a little short on time and it rained while I was there. So I didn't get some of the stuff that I usually get, but thanks to Hitec, we do. So without further ado, let's go to the Horizon Electric Hangar and see what's out there. There's some cool stuff to talk about. I'm going to
Horizon tent or booth, or what do you call it, hangar, down at the electric line, and here at Joe Nall 2023. So I'm here with Jason Burgle. Jason is going to tell us about some of the new aircraft from Horizon Hobby.
So one of our latest releases, most recent announcements, is the new E-Flight Twin Timber 1.6 meter.
Nice.
So I know a lot of guys say, oh my gosh, another Timber, but this is different. The nice thing about it is you almost literally can't break the props. You can pretty much bottom it out, flatten out the gear, you won't break and hit the props, break the motor mount, so on and so forth. So it has unique capabilities the single motors don't have. That's one of them. The other one is you have differential thrust, so you can do wicked flat spin, it's easier to hover. It does have reversing, so you can back up on the ground, you can do some weird stuff in the air. Wow. It's pretty darn cool. 3S and 4S compatible. It doesn't come with the floats, but it fits the floats that we used on the original Timber.
You gotta have some floats.
And it's got lights, it's got flaps, it's got all the good stuff. It's selling like hotcakes because people are digging the additional things that it offers over the original.
I really love that. You know, the landing gear, so many times we've replaced bit landing gear, but the reverse thrust, that sounds like a lot of fun.
It is fun. And honestly, this is probably one of the best float planes there is out there because there's unlimited prop clearance to the water.
Yep.
And with that differential thrust, you can do pinwheels in the water. It's amazing. And then you can back up from the shore.
So no more water rudder?
It does have it, but you honestly don't even need it.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So next to it, this is old news. We got the Commander MPV. We can see these gentlemen here looking at the pretty recent E-Flight Ultra Stick, 1.1 meter. But what's different about it is, you can probably tell in the video, it's made out of wood. So many people may remember the old mini Ultra Stick.
He's saying it's made out of wood.
One of my first airplane projects at Horizon. It's a very special model to me. Loved it. We flew the heck out of it. The bummer is that over the years, wood became less desirable to me. But now I think there's a resurgence of interest in, hey, foam aircraft are great. You can do really cool things like these simulated ribs and things like that. But wood just flies different. It's a little stiffer, a little bit lighter in the same size. It's a little more expensive. That's the one downside. But this airplane comes out of the box in both the bind and fly version, just like a foam airplane. Bolts together in 15, 20 minutes, you go fly it. We also sell it as an ARF. So if you want to put your own power system, your own servos in it, your own receiver, you can do that. The ARF also just bolts together. The hinges are already glued in, control horns are already installed.
No rubber band.
No rubber band.
Yep.
All bolts, no glue. I'm like Mr. Anti-Glue. So this is a great, very popular model. It's selling very well. And then next to it is a model that's kind of near and dear to a lot of guys in the heart. This is the Beechcraft D18.
Beechcraft D18.
It does have retractable landing gear. It does have flaps. It does have lights. What's really cool is the wing panels. The outer panels pop off. They just pop out with hands-free connections. You don't have to do any screws or anything like that. It makes it really easy to transport with the center section being just a little wider than the stab. And the wheels stay on that center section, so it fits in a small car, in a trunk, in a back seat. I put it in my front seat once.
Nice.
It's a great flying airplane. It seriously is one of the easiest to fly scale airplanes I've ever flown.
And it's one of the most beautiful, too. This caught my attention in Vegas.
Yeah.
The nurses show. And
You got to see it there in action. It's a beautiful looking airplane. Now, I know a lot of guys may say, hey, this is an old-fashioned airplane. This was actually one of the most produced in the entire world. Like 9,000 of them today.
There's still a lot of them. Yep.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, you can fly aerobatics in this airplane.
Well, and you can probably put floats on it, too.
You can. We didn't make it to fit floats. We should have.
Well,
I regret that a little.
There's a real one on floats there
Yes.
at Havasu. You've probably seen it.
Oh,
yourself.
yeah. There's actually quite a few of them now. And what's really cool is for those that might have seen this in action at air shows, they probably probably saw the black and red, the Matt Yoinkin,
Right.
and he does an incredible aerobatic routine with it. So it's a really, really cool airplane. I'm glad that we have it. I know some guys have said, you guys do too many Timbers, too many Mustangs, too many T-28s, too many sticks. Well, there you go. We did something very different. It's selling well, and we're excited to have something special like that. Got a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff.
Hey, Jason, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Always good seeing you.
Always good to see you.
Great that you're here at doing all, and I can't wait to come back next year. We're already thinking about 2024.
Awesome.
But there is nothing like this on the face of the planet.
There's not.
Yep.
It's a bucket list item. If you've never been, try to make it at least once for a couple of days. Even if you don't come to fly, and heck, if you show up with no airplanes to fly, come see us.
Someone
We'll get you there.
will hand you controller.
We will.
Yep.
We will.
All right. Bye, everybody.
So I want to say a couple of things. First, Jason Merkel, man, what a quality dude, super into the hobby. I went down and we had a long talk, and this was at the end of the day. It had been raining all day, and I'm sure people had talked his ear off all week long, and he was just as passionate about talking about all the cool stuff. And we were talking about side stuff, which I'm going to bring up unofficially just to share with you because I'm an Aero Scout lover. I told him that when I first saw it, which was at their big show, which is coming up, I didn't even think twice about it. I thought, this is a trainer. It's not for me. And I don't even know how I ended up with an Aero Scout in my hands. But the minute I started flying it, I was like, this is like the 4-wheel drive of RC airplanes because it can fly in pretty good wind. You can fly it like a trainer. Like if you're brand new, I would tell you to get this. But if you've been flying forever, you can fly the teeth off this airplane. They do have a video on this, and I wasn't able to get it downloaded. But one thing you can, I don't even know. This is unofficial. I'm not saying you should try it. But you could put a 4S battery in an Aero Scout, and after a little bit, that ESC will heat up and stop. It will come back. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying that you can put a 4S battery in an Aero Scout, and it is stupid vertical. Maybe with an upgraded ESC, it would be a viable concept. So just a thought. I'm not saying this is something you should do. Wow, what else? Anyway, I thought that was a great little piece for you to go down there and see the setup on the electric line, and I wanted to share it, and I have. I'm Jim T. Graham with RC Groups. Once again, I'll be hunting for more content today and doing this exact thing. I'm going to keep all this rig going so that when I find it, I can just upload it to you, and it'll go out on RC Groups and our YouTube channel. And of course, I have permission to do all this because I don't want to be breaking any rules. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Hit all the buttons so you can find out when we're going live and doing all that good stuff. And I'll just try to keep bringing all the good RC goodness to you. Bye.